Well, hello everybody. Good morning, and we are at the gym as always because it is Monday, and we are going to talk about motivation like I do every Monday. So today I want to talk about motive. I want to talk about your why. I want to talk about what motivates you, but not in the same way that you've heard it so often. Not in the same way that it's been talked about before. Because every single time you do something, every single time you make a big change in your life, or you take a step forward in your direction, the one piece of advice you will always hear is find your why. Find your reason, find your meaning, find your motivation inside yourself. And that's great advice, but I want to add one piece to that. So I want to say that finding your why is not enough. You have to challenge that why to find out where that motivation is coming from. And this kind of goes for everybody out there in the world, but especially for somebody like me who is a traumatized person. I have CPTSD from the trauma that I experienced growing up in an addicted household and the abuse that I experienced at the hands of the adults that were there when I was a child, as well as the trauma that I put myself through when I was in active addiction. But then following that, further trauma that I experienced with my ex-husband while he was in his active addiction, and then coming out of that in that recovery. So I have been through, and I am going through trauma recovery, addiction recovery, mental health recovery, all of that stuff. So whenever I do something, whenever I make a big change, first of all, I have to look at my reasons and my motivation and find my why, because if I don't have a strong enough why, I will not make the change. I'll just fall out, So it's like when I got clean, what was my motivation? And a lot of times I tried for somebody else, for my parents, for my, loved ones at the time, for school, for the job, whatever. I tried for an external reason. And it wasn't until I got my internal motivation that I was actually able to get clean and stay clean. And that's the most important thing. And that's one thing we always hear in addiction recovery is you have to find the reason inside yourself, because the only person that you're going to have a relationship with your entire life is yourself. So you can't have your reason built into a job or a school or another person, because if that entity exits your life, there goes your reason. So it has to be inside you. When, like with this, working out and working at the gym and stuff, not working at the gym, but working out at the gym, I had to find my motivation and my why so that I show up here every day. Because if I'm not here every day, then I'm not actually going to gain the benefits of doing the working out and the exercises and everything. My body's not going to gain the benefits. So I had to look at my why. And when I say challenge your why, that's the second part, because for a person like me, my why can be a fake why. My why can be false. Because for so long, I lived in fear and trauma, people-pleasing, codependency, that type of life, that type of existence. For so long, I didn't have my identity, and I had to build that. I had to find that. So in that process, there are times when that recovery, that healing has gone by the wayside, and I have inserted a false why. I've inserted a why or a reason that has to do with external validation, not internal motivation. So when I look at this and I say, why am I going to the gym? Why am I trying to be healthy? Well, the number one reason is for my overall health. That's my number one internal why. But I say, I don't do this because I want to look good. I don't do this because I want to be skinny, because that's external validation and that's not who I am today. But then I have to turn around and challenge that. Because in reality, yes, I do care about my size. I do care about what I look like. I do care about those things. So I can't simply say, oh, I've grown from that, I'm a different person, and that's just not in my mind. Because that's not real. And that's not me having integrity with what I say matching what I feel. So if I'm going to be honest about it, yes, that is a why for me. I do care about the external validation that is still inside of me. Now, where I have grown is I do care considerably less about that external validation than I ever did in the past. I don't need the external validation, but I'll tell you honestly, I do like it. So I can challenge that why, or the lack of that why in my mind and what I say, and I can say, no, that's not really it. A little bit, yeah, I do care. But then I go back to my main why, which is my health. And well, why do I want my health to be good? What am I gaining from that? Am I looking to live longer? And the truth is, no, I'm not. Honestly, I never thought that I would live past 21. And in reality, every day that I'm alive, past 19 when I committed suicide, is honestly a gift. So right now, I'm not looking to extend and push this, I want to be 75, no, I want to be 80, no, I want to be 90. That's not my goal. My goal actually is to be healthy at 50, 55, 60, 70, because I'm almost 50 years old and my daughter is 14. So she's not going to graduate from high school for another 4 years, then college another 4 years. She wants to go to medical school, so that's another 4 years. So now you're talking 12 years. I'm 62, 63 years old. I don't want to be the person or the mom sitting at her wedding because I can't dance. I don't want to be the grandma that can't lift my grandchildren, and that's not going to be for another 15 years, So I want to be healthy in the time that I have because I want to put the most life and the most action into the life that I have. Because I wasted 17 years throwing my life away, not caring if I lived from one moment to the next. And then on top of that, in the trauma that I experienced, in the trauma I put myself in when my ex-husband was in active addiction for those 3 years, I did not live life the way that I should have. So there's 20 years of my life that I cannot call quality, that I cannot say I had a quality experience, that I cannot say I participated in a healthy way. So now I want to take, like I said, I'm almost 50. I want to take the next 20, 25 years and make those healthy, make those quality. And if I get that, damn it, that is a gift. That is a wonderful thing that I can do to myself or for myself. So that's the truth in my why. I say, oh, it's my health. In reality, it is my health so that I can live for those years that I didn't, that I threw away. So for me, when I challenge my why, I can get to the deeper why, to the more emotional why, to the real why that is going to drive me in truth, with integrity, with honesty, with willingness to show up when I feel like crap and I do not want to get out of bed and I am tired and the world is just pounding itself on me. My why tells me I get to live that day because I threw away 20 years worth of them. So damn it, Robin, get up and live this day because that's your why. So find your why, but then go deeper, man. Challenge it and find the real truth, that absolute kernel that is at the bottom of your soul. And that's what's going to keep you going. So thank you as always. I love you. And today's a beautiful day. So find a way to grow in this and each and every day. All right. Namaste.